A. Take a moment and think back to the last time you played music or a movie and felt like something was missing, like the sound had depth, but not impact. If you sat there wishing your system could finally breathe, this is for you. Before anything else, check the current price and stock of the Definitive Technology Descend DN8 because upgrades this satisfying DN8 stick around when people finally hear what they've been missing. This subwoofer is for the kind of listener who feels when bass isn't quite right. You've lived with systems that try but never deliver. You've cranked volume hoping for punch only to end up with muddiness. You've sat through tracks and thought, why isn't this landing? That's the moment you realize you've outgrown compromise and you're ready for real depth you feel. The first thing you notice when the Descend DN8 steps into your setup isn't just louder bass, it's cleaner, tighter, more intentional impact. Suddenly, low-end doesn't blur with mid-range. Music feels fuller, deeper, with presence you recognize but never quite grasped before. Movies hit with oomph where explosions matter instead of just rumbling. Picture this, a quiet scene in a film where suddenly the soundtrack drops and you feel the vibration under your feet. A bass line in music that doesn't just play, it moves you. In games, footsteps and rumble cues feel mapped to your space, not smeared across it. You don't just turn it up, you experience it. This isn't about raw numbers or specs. It is about presence, control, and feeling every beat without distortion stealing the show. Once you hear that level of performance, everything weaker feels like you're holding back. If you're hesitating because you're rebalancing space or price, let us reshape that doubt. The surprise benefit nobody tells you is how balanced this feels. Powerful, yes, but composed. You get authority without overwhelm. You get low end that extends without drowning out the rest of your system. You feel bass that is deep but defined. You feel tracks come alive with presence. You feel movies hit with real impact. You feel your system breathe with confidence. It isn't the most compact sub, and dialing it in takes a bit of patience, but that is the trade-off for control and richness you want to outgrow. Comparison loops just delay what your ears already know. Ordinary bass want to satisfy once you've felt this level of depth. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you keep putting off and quietly regret later. Check the latest price and availability now and make the move. Once you live with sound that feels this complete, going back won't feel like an option.